story times are just, they're necessary. I'll tell you they're necessary because you have a lot of people that can identify with these stories. And then you have a lot of people that can use these stories and just in case they come up against a situation, right? That you may not know what to do. You may not have a lot of people to talk to. You may not want to talk to nobody. You may want to figure it out on your own, right? And a lot of times, due to the law of probability, the way something turned out for somebody else, if most of the factors and variables exist, it's probably going to turn out that way for you. Check it out. Law of averages, law of probability. Check it out. I'm making this up. One thing about me, I'm very detailed, very thorough. And I can't be, well, you can't be an objective person if you just get one side of something, right? That's why I try to get all sides, right? I don't talk unless I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay? That's one thing. You can't just have one side and think you got the story. That's crazy. You sound stupid. You sound stupid. You have to have all sides, right? So, so you can at least have some details, to form your opinion, right? You need, that's me. Other people can do it however they want to do it. They can accept whatever they want to accept. A lot of times, like I say, most people just accept the side of the person they like. Or, the person they feel most appealing. Like, when these women are telling the stories, I go look in the comments just to see what others are saying, right? And I can tell if the comment is based on whether or not they like the person, whether or not they think the person is stupid, whether or not, because a lot of times you think the person is stupid, I don't know how they connect that to whether or not the story is factual or not. I don't know how they make that connection, but they do that, right? I'm not telling you nothing. I'm just making up out the side of my ass. I have both personal and professional training, so I know how this works, right? And I've seen it so much. But this one, the story is story time. It says my ex married the girl he cheated on me with. Red flags. He doesn't want to commit to you. Okay. Now, and I shared that one. So this drop goes along with that video, video that I just shared. Oh my gosh. And sometimes I can't speak from experience because I never experienced a lot of this stuff, right? I've been with people who've experienced stuff like this, and I damn sure analyze it deeply enough where I can speak on it. And then other times I can identify with certain things, right? And then those are things I speak on, right? Then I just speak in general. And it is what it is. I'm just telling you what it is. What happened or what didn't happen, right? So, with her situation, in the beginning, the dude gave her a list of why she's not his type. And again, your ego should turn on at that point. I don't know why these women egos don't turn on, but mine would have turned on, and that would have been that. Okay, I'm like, what? I'm like, huh? But not in this case. So if you go listen to the story, eventually they become a couple. And it takes a minute for them to become a couple. You know why? Because they weren't right for each other in the first place. Okay? And, I mean, they just two different people. She says she's heavily religious. She says he's practically an atheist. Tell me how that's going to work out. Please tell me how that's going to work. In my experience and what I've seen, it works best when both people are hollering hallelujah, going to churches as much as the other one, knowing the Bible just as good as the other one. Okay? You know, with that other husband, I told you, when he started religion shopping, flags was all over the place for me. I was ready to go. Because I already knew. I don't want to buy like that. And I'm not going to be good for him. So that ain't going to work out. And it's okay to say that when you ain't right for somebody. It's okay to say that. So that, so that's, I don't understand. But anyway, I guess Michael, was a special person. And moving on, I mean, I'm not going to retell the story. That's why I shared it. So this girl, Michelle, worked with them, right? This was a work thing, right? This is when it really gets nasty. Because when it's some work shit, oh my God, that's the worst, right? When it's some work shit, and when it's some same environment type shit, right? So, because I always tell you a story about University of Florida. That was, and that was like the only time, make sure. I've been jumping up and down for a minute, so let me make sure. Hold on. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if I forgot one, just, you know, I'm not trying to do too deep of a dive with my thinking, but University of Florida is the only one where we had to share the same environment after. And it really didn't have to be that way, but it was that way. But anyway, but with them, it was a work thing, right? He started sleeping with the girl that was her friend that they all worked together. Now, I guess, and here's the one thing when it comes to these goddamn relationships. You want confirmation of whatever is a question. Still a question mark. You want confirmation. And whether you like them, love them, care for them, whatever, that could have gone or whatever. It's just that you just want those questions answered. And then that is the closure. Not necessarily the closure on whether you love them, don't, this, that, and the third, whatever. Sometimes that's gone. That could be long gone. You just have those questions, right? And it's just like if you lose $1, you be wondering, what the hell my dollar at? It be the year later. You go, damn, I wonder what my dollar at, And it's just that one of those type of things, right? and I'm not saying that was a situation with her, but it just seemed like it was some other stuff, right? It seemed like she still had some, residual feelings there. So, um, he was lying about messing around with the girl or whatever, and she had already had a bad vibe with the whole shit with Michelle. And remember when I told y'all about Yvette had introduced hoes into my life, and and the one girl y'all heard in the parking lot, that was the hoe that been with 5 people that we have 5 men in common. Okay. Um, Out of those 5, let me see, I only slept with 2 of them. Could be 5 or 6 men, but 2 of them. That was one of them husbands, and it was University of Florida. But she slept with the husband. University of Florida said they didn't never do nothing. Robert, um, Big Dick Man. She was googling eyes out at the Walker husband. It's a lot. It was a lot, right? It was a lot. And I guess people are saying, at what point do you beat that ass? Well, I pushed it down, but it wasn't for that. But and I didn't mean to push it down. I just told her to stop. She's one of them person that be, people be talking to you, be hitting y'all on the arm and shit. And I don't like nobody hitting on me. Don't do that. And if I tell you to stop, stop. I don't like nobody playing with me. I don't want to be tickled or none of that shit. And I tell you to stop, stop. And she wouldn't. And I pushed her. I just, pushed her one good time, and she went to sliding back in front of, they do Mike and Boo, and I was like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. But anyway. So, and I think has to get back at me. The next day when we went out, she come driving up in the Big Dick Man car. I was like, well, no, this bitch ain't come to pick me up to hang out in the Big Dick Man car. What? These old South baby are incredible, right? But anyway, so um, so he goes inside. Of course, the dude is denying, and the girl is just living around, whatever. And the story is just ridiculous. Now, it puts you in, and she could have avoided all of this by not even getting involved with this dude, right? But she chose door number 2, right? And this girl, at one point, and see, this is what happens, right? Niggas would make people believe that the beat down was because of him, which the beat down should be because of the disrespect to her by this girl, and the disrespect that comes now, especially when they done got her involved with the police and the police report and all this extra shit. You know, when you get your name on a police report, yeah, you need that ass beat. You need to learn a few things. And I'm just be honest, right? I grew up around a bunch of violence. Not violence with my parents and none of that type of shit. I was in the hood for 14 years. When Cat Williams um, joke about coming to Jacksonville and that street Moncrief, yeah, okay, that's where my boy that's doing well, he on death row, and the other one doing life, Moncrief. That's where Sean Jefferson Moncrief. Well, actually, that's Sean's brother, but let's get on track. But anyway, so it puts you in a situation. Now, do you continue to let this bitch try you with these whole games and all this bullshit because of disrespect? Or do you let it alone because you know these people gonna say they fighting over him? They fighting over him. And he's gonna stoke that. And yeah, y'all know how it goes. Ignorant nigga shit. Right? So what do you do? Normally, I would say don't even fuck around by fighting because it's gonna be a whole bunch of bullshit. And they're gonna say, oh, you fighting over him. You fighting over him. I say beat our ass. Here's the reason why. Because while there's gonna be some people saying you fighting over him, you fighting over him, there's gonna be also another set of people saying she need her ass beat because that she was straight out of line and just motherfucking respectful. So it should balance out. Beat her ass. I'm talking about my specialty is taking your head and ramming it into that motherfucking wall. And let me tell you, yeah, yeah. Don't say nothing because you're gonna mess up my drop. Anyway, so you know, beat her ass and just live with the backlash. And people gonna talk anyway, right? So, um, um, this just it's just weird because here's the thing, right? This girl, you know, started making more of the shit than it really was, and started painting this girl as some type of crazed delusional bitch when here's the situation. They all in a shared environment at work and in their living quarters and all of that, and all it's all mixed up and tangled up. So she has to deal with him to straighten stuff out. They painting this shit a different way. So beat her ass and get it over with. I'm talking about line her motherfucking ass up. And if he say something, go get somebody for his motherfucking ass. Be done with it. That's how you do it. I'ma tell you, I be feeling better when I put something on your motherfucking ass. One way or the motherfucking other. I just be feeling better. That's how I feel better. I'm like, woo, sure feel better, but thank the Lord I ain't had to do none of that since 2018. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. You know? Because I be put on the line. They're like, you don't never think about nothing. You don't think about nothing. You trying to risk your baby, you don't lose no license for beat nobody's ass. Alright, check that out. Mm-mm. So, but anyway. It's just, it's just totally just disrespectful, right? Not the fact that, because you don't expect nobody to be single forever, right? Now, I've had a lot of shared environments with exes, and again, I'm the one with all these motherfucking non-traditional families, right? But it was a level of respect. That's how we make it work. It's a level of respect. It's a level of genuine respect and decency because you're dealing with respectful and decent people. You're dealing with good people. That's why I jumped up and down on them. I see that's why you jumping up and down on them. Decent, good people, right? This some booger shit. This some whole nigga ghetto girl. This some booger shit. And that's what you're gonna run into. Bullshit. You know, and I told you that University of Florida, he wanted to have so many nigga tendencies till, you know, he did not ghetto, but nigga tendencies. And whole big old mess. But he put the to come it wasn't stepdaughter at that point, but he put the stepdaughter on my daughter's team. He was going to enroll her into the same school, but y'all remember the girl lady I talked to on election night? She had him take her to another school, a private school. And this is a lot. And the person over the private school is key to the city man. I don't know how I keep all this together. I swear, maybe I do a story time, baby. And these people welcome receipts and shit like that. Cause you said they be putting up calls and their little text messages and shit. Hell yeah. Can't do that. Okay, can't do that because it's gonna be spreaded. Yeah, shit, we ain't the only people that be on YouTube. Yeah, but anyway, it was a bunch of shit. It was a bunch of shit, right? And that girl, University of Florida girl, you know, was a ghetto hoe, right? And she thought she was gonna act, you know, mix the shit even deeper to then try to fuck with Prison Man. She knows damn well I was seeing Prison Man at one point. Huh? Oh, okay. Now it's time for you to get red. And if you get buck, then it's time for you to get beat. You understand what I'm saying? And I had done already, you know, had a relationship with her children. All of them. But yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I told you 1,000 times. Then she calls her, tell him my goddamn business. She gonna tell Prison Man the business with me in motherfucking University of Florida, which is her ex-husband. Bitch, is you crazy? That's because he, University of Florida, hot mouth, all that la. Shut the fuck up. You know? Mm-hmm. That's what happened. I'm gonna have to go to counseling. These niggas gonna have me in counseling, baby. These niggas gonna have me in fucking counseling. When I tell you, I'm trying to tell you, I mean, I need the Lord and counseling. I'm gonna have to go to counseling and pray with the therapist. I'm traumatized and I get triggered, child. Oh, and I'm trying to tell you, and this is what I know. I don't never feel better until it's some revenge shit. Well, it don't necessarily have to be revenge. Till I beat your motherfucking ass, that's one, or something else. That's the only time I feel better. Just just letting you off the hook. Oh, shit, I be trying. Mm-mm. Boy, line your motherfucking ass up, baby. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, 'cause University of Florida, right? And granted, I had to, you know, it got to a point where, um, after 2018, I was like, okay, this is insane. I need to stop, right? And so prior to that, certain shit you let go. Um, and it seems as if some kind of way karma, God or something was taken care of. My little, I was like, oh, and because by the time, like I keep telling you, by the time I would get to them, they all fucked up. I'm like, oh, oh, that's okay. Somebody done got to you before I did. Yeah. Oh, right. So when I was able, to let it go in my kind of way, let shit go, but in my kind of way, with University of Florida, whatever, I'm saying now that I probably ain't really let it go like I thought I did, real good. Because I really want to dig them up. What the fuck, right? Oh, hold on, I got to go goddamn counseling about this shit. And they teach me some tools that I ain't tried, right? Yeah, see, um, all them tools and that part you learn beyond the masters. I stopped at the masters with the psychology. That's more now. You know, you with the tools and shit. I ain't got no tools and coping and all this here. Just the basic, the bare minimums. Yeah, I ain't got no real deep ones or whatever. But yeah, every time I think about it, I get mad. Because I feel like I let him off the hook. And I shouldn't have. He was all fucked up anyway, but I really should have got his ass. But it's too late now. But I really should have got his motherfucking ass. You hear me? I really should have. Ooh, ooh. Mm. I really should have got him. But things was like, I mean, mm, mm. That shit was torturous. That boy was like, I know you was embarrassed when you let me see that nigga when he came around that corner. Yeah, that nigga up there trying to sell chicken sandwiches. Yeah, and you could tell he called with that old satisfaction that fucking in his voice, like he got one up on him up. He'll call right into my motherfucking dwelling. Yeah, and gets right to it, the torture. And I be sitting there just as, because nothing really, you know, get to me like that. I mean, get to me, but you ain't gonna get the reaction that you think you gonna get. Like, yeah, I'm like, you done? And hang up my motherfucking phone. Just fucking with. Yeah, I can't stand that. You going out your goddamn way to fuck with me. I'm not fucking with you. I don't give a fuck about none of that. But you do. just fucking with me. And he probably can understand why I always say, I don't give a damn about any of that. But as far as he got his faults. Well, he better than your motherfucking evil ass. You an evil motherfucker. I mean, we be in shared environment. I can walk this way, that way, this way. Him and her, like two twin, jealous, evil motherfuckers just staring at me. I look up, they beaming on me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my gosh, this is why I didn't want to be involved in no shit like that. Because I know him. I mean, just, oh my God, nigga shit. Everybody else I've been in shared environments with, we ain't never have no nigga shit. Everybody maintain control and a level of respect. No kind of bullshit. But this ignorant ass motherfucker that's possibly has CTE and shit, mm-mm, 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 nope. I mean, just would call me and shit, right? I could easily say, hey, bitch, your nigga is calling me. I did none of that. Because I ain't give a fuck. But no, he called, called fucking with me. I'm sitting up there with workout man. And I'm talking to workout man, and I hear they come. And I'm steady talking to workout man. And all I hear, Miss Walker, Miss Walker, Miss Walker, him and her passing by. Like, I want you to see us. Like, motherfucker, hey, how you doing? God damn. And I was so fucking pissed because he has notoriety and then he has that athlete type shit, right? That type of status, which is a different type, it's a different thing. Um, it made no sense for him to go around the world telling everybody that him and I used to be a couple, him and I was there. Who didn't know that? But by the time he got finished, everybody in the motherfucking knew. I'm like, oh my gosh. This is a fucking nightmare. Like, shut the fuck up. Because he be doing fuck shit. Like, shut the fuck up. Every motherfucking body. And when that girl daughter came, it's a young girl, and told me my motherfucking business. And I'm looking like, and in that shared environment, I'm passing by, I ain't saying nothing, whatever. The only people that knows. And if you cool with me, and we cool, and we run the same circle, we know we don't be doing all that motherfucking hot mouthing with her. Yeah, that's him right there. She's going blah, blah, blah. We don't want to talk like that. We don't run our motherfucking mouth. We don't do that. Who does that? So it was people that knew that him and I were together. Him and I were engaged at one point. It's people that knew that. But nobody said shit. It was him who put it all. If let me see. I don't know how many people knew. It was a good amount of people that knew. But he made sure everybody motherfucking knew in the whole goddamn universe. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. This is some stupid shit. See how easy I get trauma and trigger. I done turned this shit into a whole I gotta do something about that because it is strange. because I had let that hate element go. Now I don't want to come back with this motherfucker, and this man is dead. So it's weird. That's some deep shit. That's some deep ass shit. That shit is triggering. I just don't know how long I dealt with that shit. Who sits on the ball of their ass and calls people to fuck with them about what another nigga doing that I'm not even with? And we wasn't gonna say nothing about the boys, fall off or whatever. He'll find his way, whatever. They ain't got shit to do with me. We're not gonna talk about it. You know, it, you just don't exist. Shit, hey, baby, hey, listen, I'm one of the trainers in status. You just don't exist. Hey, when you go to status training, hey, you just don't exist. Huh? Not my friend. I almost called her name. Honey, when that girl said, well, did you clutch your purse when you saw him? I'm like, what? Tell me, did you see him with them braids? He had them braids and tattoos around the motorcycles. Did you see him? I'm like, girl, yeah. Tell me, oh, yeah. Just don't acknowledge them. We got kids for these people and all. I don't know them. Huh? What you talking about? They don't exist, ma'am. uh-uh. Everybody knows those the rules. Those the rules. And this ignorant motherfucker, because he over there with his status with the CTE people, with the athletes and shit, he don't understand. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't know you. Huh? We don't know nothing about it. Mm-mm. 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 Nope. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Pop, nah. I ain't gonna be able to do it. And again, it has nothing to do with money, material things. It has nothing to do with that. You know what you know when you know. Again, if you got stats, whatever, you know how the rules and regulations go. Everybody know. I ain't lying. That's how it go. We don't, I ain't familiar with that. Nope. Mm. We just don't deal with it. We don't have to deal with it. Talk about it. This motherfucker, he all I'm talking about, and then it's some stuff that went on. He done told all of that. I was done. I was done. I was absolutely done. A man who does all that motherfucking talking, and that's what I'm saying. Again, he's known and ranked and all the type of shit. That Sports Illustrated. That's that athlete shit. They got their own little shit. They got their own little the way they do their stats and shit like that. And that's different. And the two can overlap. So so some of the like Jimmy Smith. Okay, well his stats overlaps in our shit because we're doing the charities and all that type of stuff, and um some of the other players, Marco Coleman, the list goes on. We dealing with you know you know pressing issues and shit like that. That's totally different. He because he chose to not to take the more dignified route. He want to take the route of Even though he wasn't raised ghetto, wasn't I mean he was raised in the church, like that means something. But it's one of them situations. You know how the church we got diverse people. That's one of them situations. Raised in the church, whatever. He chose to embrace a lot of them um, hood elements. Not ghetto, because I can't deal with that. But a lot of them hood elements. And that's why his status couldn't cross over, right? It couldn't cross over. So he got, he got the CTE status and shit. He got that, so he didn't know that you ought not be running your mouth like that. You doing too much. Child, I made this whole. Oh, child, I need me some therapy. I need therapy, and I'm gonna see if she can bring the pastor there at my therapy sessions because this is way too much. It was too. I mean, it was the drama part of it. People says we don't do that drama. We don't do that drama. Like, god dang. Oh shit, that motherfucker, that baby. Mm. Oh, and when his cousin said, when we ended up at the same, at his cousin, he said, no, I think she hates you. And he convinced otherwise. No, I'm pretty sure she hates you. No, I talked to her. That's how I got over her. Yeah, no, I think she hates you, sir. I think she hates you. I don't know what you did to her, but I think she hates you. Oh, God. Now, that's the same one we got. I've been in the hospital for 3 months. You don't come here? Nope. And my friend Nina, who I called that day to ask her was she a Capricorn, she turned around, she told me, Angie, you're not, because I have them on speaker. Angie, you're not going to go somewhere? Nope. I don't give a fuck what they in the hospital for. And the hospital, again, was in between the job and my house. Nope. Surely ain't. You'll be all right. Because you weren't thinking about that when you was fucking with me. And you got out that hospital, and we were cool for a minute. Now, when I say we were cool, I put like he wasn't, um, you know, harassing me. Okay, so after an extended period of time not harassing me and shit, my hate would tamper down. You're not doing shit that make me, hate your motherfucking ass, right? Then, well, let me come see you. Let me come see you. He had to move to Miami for a minute, and back in Jacksonville, all that type of shit. So, I was different places, so wherever I was, he would come see me. Bad, 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 bad move. Mm, 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 mm. So let me go before I have my own story, motherfucking time.